Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Maddie and this is Floating Funds, and we are working on a couple of things today. We're doing our $5 day and we're also working on our emergency funds. So we're going to get into this real quick and we're just going to make this a short, sweet, to the point sort of video. I just don't have a whole lot to talk about right now, and so I don't really want to keep you here, but this is a super fun way of getting ahead on all of our emergency funds. So we save up for 3 different types. We have first our car emergency fund, and then we have a medical emergency fund, and then we have our regular emergency fund. We save up for all 3 because you could have issues, you know, in so many different areas, and so instead of trying to always take it from one and then always trying to refill it, we're gonna have the 3 separate ones, and so it is taking us a lot longer to fill those than if we were just focusing on one, but we felt better about doing this instead of just all one, like in the emergency fund, because you just never know what's gonna happen. So anyways, we put $6 towards this every week, which means $2 goes into each of these envelopes. And then once this envelope is completely filled, then the $2 that we're going into here will snowball into the medical fund, and this will get $4. And then once this one has been filled, the $4 going into that will then go into the emergency fund. So we are actually probably going to end up switching these 2 around because we realized the emergency fund, we only need $1,000. The medical, we need $1,500. And so I need to adjust this stuff, which I just haven't done yet. I will eventually get to it, but right now, I don't have the time. If you guys know, I have obviously been missing for several different episodes, weeks. I haven't been able to keep up with everything the way that I usually do, just because we've just been so swamped. And so, yeah, I just don't have the time. All right, so we're gonna add $2 into here, which makes this 52. So the rest of these will have 52, which means we are not at a place yet where we can mark off any of these, but we're getting closer, definitely getting closer. And we did have to deplete our car emergency fund already, which was beautiful that we had already spent an entire month really working towards saving up for that, because then we ended up needing to use it, which was great. And so we weren't stressed about trying to figure out how to get the money. And so, yeah, so we're just doing this slow and steady, slow and steady. We will eventually get there, but I like this. It's, you know, obviously not something that we're gonna be able to use anytime soon, but it is just making small progress is still progress, and I love this so very much. So anyways, let's move on and let's do this one, which is our $5 day. This is one of my favorite times. I absolutely love this day. And so what we do is I have 3 different challenges in here because we finished 3 of the other ones. I used to have 6 in here. And we are going to, excuse me, I have to clear my throat. We're going to roll a die, and it's going to tell us how much or how many of these 5s are going to be going on each of these challenges, and then we will fill out the challenges, and I will explain them once we get to them. So we're just gonna jump straight on into this. We have $50 here, and obviously a 10 just because I can't always get enough 5s. But I was close. And so we're gonna do $50, which means this is going to go really, really quick. We're gonna start on this one since it has the paper clip, and it is going to get 3. So it's gonna get the 10 and a 5. And a 1 on this one. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 2 on here, and that means this one gets 1. So next time, Peachy, we will start off there. So let me go ahead and put this, that way I remember. All right, and so I'm gonna stack these up and we're going to get going. You guys are probably gonna hear my dogs. They just love to bark at all times. And so I think our neighbors are probably bringing our car back. They had to borrow it. So today we have 10, 15, 25 going into this challenge, which is so great. We needed 75. Okay, so that's making a good little indent. So I just pick a color, and then I mark off a little bit to show that we have, I clearly have not used this one yet, made some progress over here, and we've done some pretty good progress. We don't have much left. This comes from Beijing Girl Budgets. She is Kimmy's Budgets on Etsy. And so far, we have saved, I went ahead and cash condensed last week if you missed that. And so I have this fun slip that says we have $560 in our high yield savings account. And so now we have 60, 75, 85, right? Yes. So we have $585 towards our $2,376 goal. I do not think we're gonna end up finishing this one this year, just because the last two challenges, or last three challenges we have, are all around $2,000. And we just weren't able to put into this year like I was hoping. So these will carry through until next year. But what I do need to do is I do need to update this. So we're going to mark off the 75, because we just put 35 in. Yeah, 35, which would mean it's gonna be, hold on, $40 left. So slowly but surely we will get that one knocked off. We'll see. All right, and then we're going to move on to this one, which is SavvyBudgetBabe. This was one that I found over on Etsy, and so she is a slow and steady but wins the race sort of thing too. And so we have $10 here, and so I'm gonna keep this very simple because we have used a lot of the smaller numbers down here that I don't know that I could find any numbers to use for just $10. So we're gonna go ahead and mark off this 10, and what we're probably gonna have to start doing is just keeping the money set up to the front and then combining later on. Since this is not laminated, I can't take the smaller ones and then combine them, which I actually tried to get rid of a lot of the bigger ones. So I don't know, we'll see. We will see. So okay, there we go. That is it for this one. And SavvyBudgetBabe has $750 towards its $2,025 goal as well. Very nice. And then lastly, this is a very short, very quick video since we finished all the other challenges. Not this folder, it's this folder. Lastly, we have this one, which is our Peachy Budgets. She was a little bit slow to arrive, but once she did, she has definitely made her presence known. So Peachy Budgets got $15 today. So let me find a fun color marker. We'll do this one. And we're gonna color off one of these 15s. Let's do this one right here. Very nice. There we go. So we have made a tiny little bit of progress today, but again, progress is progress. It doesn't matter how small. And so in the bank we have $960. So now we have $975 towards our $2,025 goal. I'm so excited to get to the $1,000 mark on here. I genuinely did not think that would happen this year because she was so slow for the games. I'm telling you, she just did not want to participate for the longest time. So there we go. All right, well, that is all that I have for you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here and for spending time with me. Let me know how you've been doing and how your saving is going. And if you guys are ready for the holiday season that is now officially upon us. It's crazy that we're already at the end of the year. Feels like we just started this year, but all right, well, guys, love y'all. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, I hope you guys will continue to float on and continue to save. Bye, my friends.